So what can you talk? You guys screened the 5th episode.
We did.
A lot of stuff goes on between you and Joel.
Yeah.
What can you talk about? What can you say about that?
Well, I mean, in the 5th episode, we realize what's actually been happening this whole time, and I think that's really interesting to see, and I think it will change our perspective of Deb, because she's been acting one way, or that's the perception, but it's been from somebody else's perspective. So as to who she is, I don't know that we really know yet, and I think that's really fun. So episode 5 is a bit of a game changer for Deb, because we're now going to kind of see her rather than this perception of her. It's tricky, but yeah.
And in I think episode 6 is your episode.
Yeah.
Right? Is there anything that shocked you about that? Or
yeah, but not what you would think. Okay. It was highly enjoyable, and it was the kind of character, and there was a sweetness to it that I hadn't really played in a while. So I thought it was really fun.
How was it like working with Adam and Eddie again?
I love them.
Yeah.
I love them. They're good men. Yeah, and they're fun, and they're creative. Yeah, and the cast is fun, and everybody's on board to play, so that's my favorite.
Is that why you got involved? Was it Eddie and Adam?
That was it. Yeah. I didn't read a script or anything. They said, we wrote a character for you, and we'd like you to do it, and I said, okay.
So you didn't have to audition or anything?
You know, I didn't. Of course, I would audition for them if they asked me to, but so far they've offered, and I've said yes.
So you've been happy with the role then?
I mean, it's so funny because I never know if I'm happy or unhappy with the role until I'm done. Does that make any, because it feels like I'm always, as the character, pursuing my objective, and I do keep going with it, and then after I can kind of be like, oh, that was really fun, or that was good to play, or whatever it is. I just, in the middle of it, I don't think I ever really know. You know, I really thought when I was doing Lost that it was odd. I found my character really odd, and then as it kept going, I was like, oh no, I like it. It's fun. Like it takes a while for it to catch up to me, because I get so immersed, you know. And of course, I have to love them because they're mine. You know, I have to love that creation. But that's a great question, and the answer is I don't know. I'll know. You'll like 6 months to be like, what do you think? I'll be like, oh, here's it. This is how I feel.
So when this started, did you know the whole arc of what your character was going to be, or did you just...
No, but I wasn't wrong. Like, I wasn't wrong.
So, but
yeah.
But do you prefer to know what's going to happen, or do you like to find out what's going to be?
Sometimes complexity of layers of character help if you know, and sometimes they don't. Sometimes you can play it too on the nose, which I'm not a fan of. I like everything to be really subtle. It's just the way, it's the style that I like. You know, I'm excited when people don't play it subtle. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're so good, and it's so big, and I'm so overwhelmed. You know, but I'm fairly small, so yeah, maybe.
What are you excited for the fans to see in the episodes coming up?
Oh, well, I think Deb's backstory's fun. I really enjoyed working with the guy playing Keith. I just think it was a fun storyline, and going back through the ages and getting to kind of have those experiences was great. I think a lot about my mom with this character, because she was, you know, a kid in the 60s, and then, you know, came of age during that time, and that was such a informative time period for her. So it kind of shaped who she is as a person, and she's this gentle, lovely, engaging soul, and I was kind of hoping to bring a little bit of that to the creepiness.
Your episode is called, I think, Dharma Bombs, right?
Yeah.
Is that sort of a nod to Lost? Because you're Dharma?
A little bit, probably, okay. but also for the book. But okay. Yes, yeah, very good. I like that. Yeah. That was my first thought.
Okay.
And then I realized there was also a book.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Out of all the backstories so far, which one was your favorite?
Oh gosh, I have to say I really like Cricket. She was she's my favorite. But then I'm also really enjoying the Drew storyline. I find that the passion and commitment that Zelda has gone after the whole thing to be absolutely exemplary for an actor. Like, if I were to say this is how you approach this, that's what she's done. She's had long conversations. She's studied it intensely. She's very careful when people refer to her character as a she. She's like, let's talk about this because I'm a he, you know, but in a gentle way. So I feel like she's opening a dialogue and doing it with tremendous respect and attention. So I like that too. I really do.
Do you know what's in Deb's box yet?
Yeah,
You do?
I do.
I can't remember. Is that revealed in this?
A little bit,
Okay.
a little bit. But you know, how much of that you can trust is a hard one.
Is there anything good coming up that you really you're excited about?
Just, you know, regular fun stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I go to work and I go home and garden and can't see which I like better. I think I like
Last question.
You get to visit a lot of decades through the show.
I do.
So what's that like, kind of playing dad through the time?
Oh my gosh, it was so funny. It was really hilarious to see people's reaction to that. Because when I showed up in the late 60s stuff, I had like 10 crew guys come to me and be like, hey, are you, oh my god! So, I thought it was really fun. It made me happy. It was good. Guys I talk to every day were like, I didn't know it was you! So that was fun. I thought that was great, yeah. I don't know, that's really like narcissistic, isn't it? But I think that was my favorite part.